And we're back here at the Stock and Market Recap Show. It is 6 April 2025, and I'm super excited to get into it today. And before we do, just a super important disclaimer to cover here. These videos are all intended for educational purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. And all of these trade ideas are presented in good faith. Definitely start trading in a simulator if you're just starting out. Now let's play ball. We got a high fly ball, and it is out of here. The big trade of the day was AREB, American Rebel Holdings Inc. Apparently it's footwears and accessories according to FinViz, but it was up 392.42% on Friday's trading session. And a little flashback to Wednesday's trading session. It was also the home run of the day. So it's funny, it took a little day break and pulled back yet or on Thursday. And then on Friday, it just ripped higher, up another 392%. So it was up 342% on Wednesday. Then it was down big on Thursday. Then it was up big on Friday. So, other big weekly news, the markets are in free fall. We're going to look around the horn a little bit later in that slide. We are officially in correction territory, and I want to pull up a little elevator pitch. That's something I made for my company. And basically, what it says is that stock market corrections happen, which is a correction is a 10 to 20% drop in the markets. And on average, this happens about once a year, as often as a birthday. So think of these drops as birthday gifts because 80% of the time, historically speaking, markets fully recover in the next 60 days. Okay, so this is where you can make money as a trader when you realize what's going on here and that you have 80% chance to get 10 to 20% gains in the next I said 90 days because we don't really know where the bottom is, right? Right now you're kind of like trying to catch a falling knife in this market. So you definitely want to wait till the dust settles out and you see a solid reversal candle, like maybe a doji, and then a Morubuzu candle where it opens at the low and closes at the high, right? And so some notable base hits to or on Friday was CXAI. This was up 76% on Friday. So some things are moving up. It's just you gotta find the individual tickers. DERM is a specialty and generic drug manufacturing healthcare company, which was up 9% on Friday when the markets got closed. And Local Bounty Corp was also up 68%. Okay. Here's here's how the overall market picture looked on Friday. So it was pretty indiscriminate selling across the board, heavy tech selling. Huge moves here. Volatility's way up, spiking, and the markets are cold. They're super cold off the charts in the low direction. Uh, I would say we're so far off the charts that selling at this point doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. If you have any cash on the sidelines, these seem like pretty good equity values. Seeing that there's probably going to be rate cuts, which should be good for the stock market. Number one pick for tomorrow is EZPW, Easy Corp. This is a credit services financial company. The chart does look good. It was down 3% on Friday, so we'll see what it can do next week. Other teams to watch, Amazon. I am watching this for a bounce. It looked like it had some good volume, buying volume coming in on Friday, and it had a little bounce, almost back to even. And Sky also in the residential construction space because that's industry was just green, um, I'm willing to risk some money in a bullish position for residential construction. I wouldn't go just buying the indexes yet until you see that reversal. Okay, and if AREB, American Rebel Holdings, this was up 392% on Friday. So some missed balls. Tesla was down 10%. NFE, New Fortress Energy was down 20%. Energy has just got crushed because the price of oil is coming way down. Next Decade, of course, another energy company that, okay, so a little recap, markets are in free fall. I would expect a flush out and a test of the lows. It's probably going to be first thing Monday morning. And we've officially entered correction territory. So if you have a long-term view, I think you can go ahead and start nibbling, a little down here at these equity prices, just in case it is the bottom on Monday. The buy alert was EZPW. Big disclaimer, I own this. I have it in multiple accounts and managed accounts. And in my opinion, I think the markets are getting to be a buy right now. That's pretty much the only move you can make. I wouldn't go ahead and selling. The markets just dropped off 10% in 2 days. So looking for a bounce. Definitely want to see that reversal candle. That would be nice. And if yeah, you really don't want to be even buying protective puts down here, I don't think, because we're so far off the moving averages that you would want to wait for a bear rally. And then if you thought it was the markets were still in a downtrend, then you could go ahead and buy puts when you see that rally. But I'm expecting a rally and a reversal in US equities this week or next. Could really flush out this week. In my opinion, it would just be a better buying opportunity. And rate cuts appear imminent. And a little soft course pitch. We do have an online trading course. I know it's tough when you're just watching these videos and you're trying to follow along in live markets. The good thing about this course is it's fully recorded online, 6-week course you can go through at your own pace. When you step up to the plate and you get the best information, then it can be a complete game changer for you. And to do this, book a call on fridaytraders.com and I'll hook you up with where to get this course link. All right.